Hey, good morning, my friends. Welcome to the Simple Sober Life. So today is a busy day. My parents are coming in. They feel good enough to drive. They're a couple hours away, but they won't be here until about after lunch or so. At least that's when we're expecting them. So we've got to, straighten up the house and get laundry done, get the sheets freshened up, and I am going to make my world famous spinach and artichoke dip. So that should be a lot of fun. But first, I got to take my morning constitutional, my morning little jog. I'm going to head up to the cemetery and get that taken care of. And today is Friday the 13th. And it's going to be a full moon and a blood moon tonight. So the crazies are going to be out. So I think I'll probably stay home for most of the day. Obviously hanging out with my parents and things like that. Try and get something creative done today. But I finished the alcohol class. So I am one step closer to getting my driver's license back, which is fantastic. I feel like I'm making progress. I'm, taking steps to improve my life, which is awesome. It's a great feeling. I will talk to you soon and have a great morning. Take care. All right, I did it. Another little couch to 5K workout complete. This time they added on an extra minute to the routine, so I had an extra minute of jogging. I was able to get, through a lot of the 1 minute increments. Well, I would get about 30 to 45 seconds through, and then I'd have to slow down. What I noticed was, and last night I noticed this, was there's a part of my knee is actually hurting, almost like my bone is bruised. And so I was pressing on it last night. I'm like, ow, that hurts. I'm like, well, stupid, don't press on it, idiot. But I'm thinking, the jogging and, putting that extra weight on my knees, whenever I come to step down. My knees obviously aren't used to that kind of activity. So, of course they're gonna hurt. So I'm gonna watch it, take it as I can, rather than trying to go full force into it. But yeah, other than that, I noticed that I didn't get as winded as quickly, which is good. That feels really good. But I was able to rock out to some JT, some Justin Timberlake. A lot of people think that I sound like him when I sing. No, that's not true at all. I can't sing for anything. But I had fun doing it, which is good. I think I'm finally getting into the routine of it, and it's becoming easier. I don't have to mentally prepare myself to go or be like, oh, I gotta go do this thing. I'm starting to get used to it. Now, of course, next week my schedule is going to be changing quite dramatically. So I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to squeeze in this workout after working 12 hours in a shift. So we'll see how it goes. But I did step on the scale the other day and I noticed that I was down 5 pounds. So that is an excellent, excellent feeling. Now, with the other goals that I had, I haven't been working on my book. I haven't been doing any Etsy. All of my creativity is kind of flowing into these videos, I guess, for right now. I did get another blog post written. It's not posted yet, but I've got to go back in and reread it because I started it one day. I got through about a page or so, and then I finished it up yesterday. And I just kind of wrote it haphazardly. So I got to go back and redo that. But for now, I am going to go home and make that spinach dip. Now, it's like 12,000 calories a tablespoon, but it's that good and it's so worth it. So I will show you how to make that. And yeah, stay tuned because you are not going to want to miss this. If you're liking these videos, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Also, comment down below, what are you on a workout routine? If you are, what positive rewards are you seeing in your life? I'd love to hear about it. Comment down below. Also subscribe. Hit that bell when you subscribe so you get notified each time I create a video. I will talk to you soon, my friends. Take care. All right, my friends, here is that beautiful recipe for that wonderful baked spinach and artichoke dip. You're gonna need chopped spinach. I got it frozen and then thawed it. Gonna need artichoke hearts, some real mayo. Now, side note, I absolutely hate mayonnaise, but we're gonna need it for this recipe. Gonna need cream cheese that is softened. Just stick it on the counter for a while, let it soften up. Some minced garlic, absolutely, can't have anything without garlic. Some shredded mozzarella and Parmesan. Please don't use the powdered Parmesan, get a bag of it or like a canister of it. A lot of times I'll get Parmesan and Reggiano Parmesan Romano cheese or some asiago. So, you know, you can mix and match and do different things. Throw cheese in there willy-nilly, it's great. Now we're gonna drain the spinach and the artichokes. All right, so we'll just open up the frozen spinach. This has been thawed out. I just put it in some warm water and let the spinach thaw, and then just kind of throw it in a strainer. Now I am doubling this recipe. You know, we've got my parents coming in, so I want to make sure that there's enough for the week. Open up those cans of artichokes, kind of drain them all through the strainer, and plop them down in there. All right, now we are gonna get our hands dirty. Just kind of squish it all up, mix it all together. We wanna get most of that juice out because we don't want that sitting in the dip. Just kind of strain it all through, crush it up as best as you can, and get it all kind of mixed up. And we'll just kind of plop that mixture right into the bowl. Make sure to get all that good stuff down in there. Now we're gonna take our softened cream cheese and just kind of plop it in there. I'm only gonna do one brick at a time so it's not too much for the mixer. And then we just kind of mix it all together. Having that cream cheese softened really helps, you know, kind of mix it up a lot easier. Now, once that's all good and mixed up, we want to add the mayo. This is the only ingredient that I measure out because I don't want it to be all mayo-y and ugh, I think I would throw up. So I measured out a half of a cup of mayo. Again, has to be real mayo. And then we're gonna throw in some garlic. Again, I don't measure. I like my stuff a little on the more garlicky side. So I just took a couple of forks full, kind of drizzled it across there so it'll get nice and mixed up once I blend it again. You know, do it to taste. Give it a try and, you know, however you like it is good. Now I'm gonna add salt. I don't like my stuff too salty, so I just kind of took a couple of pinches, just enough to make sure that it goes through the entire mixture. And then we're gonna do the same thing with pepper. Of course, I add a little less pepper than the salt. Just something to give it a kind of a little zip to it. Just a couple little pinches sprinkled all over that mixture. And now it's time for the shredded cheese. I started out with the mozzarella. Again, no measuring. I think the cheesier the better. And so I just took a couple of handfuls, sprinkled it all in there, and then did the same thing with the Parmesan. Again, this recipe is great if you want to do it like a Parmesan Romano blend. Maybe throw in some asiago for some smokiness. Really adds to it. And then we're just going to blend everything together again. Please make sure to start on a low setting. I have definitely just kind of jumped into the mixer, thrown it on high, and it goes splattering everywhere. So start on a low setting and then kind of bump it up to get that nice and mixed up. Now, once all those ingredients are all nice and blended together, then we want to transfer it to an oven-safe dish. I like to use deeper round dishes, especially for this much mixture. Just kind of dump it all in there. And once it's in there, just kind of spread it out, even it out, so that it cooks nice and evenly. And it wouldn't be perfect without more cheese. I started with just sprinkling more of that Parmesan over the top. And Faithy loves cheese. Everyone loves cheese. She's sitting there waiting for me to drop some. She's so cute. Every time I come in, every time I grab a bag of cheese from the fridge, she is right there waiting for me. And then I'll top it off with the shredded mozzarella. Just give it a nice even coating. And what this will do is it'll crisp up in the oven so that you get that nice crunchy crust while you dig into it. And then we'll just pop it into the oven. I preheated the oven to 350. We'll throw it in there for about an hour. Now make sure to check on it, because all we're doing is making sure that that cheese on top gets a nice brown glisten to it. Now you can definitely end it there. You can use your favorite type of chip to scoop the mixture onto. I actually like to toast up some bread. This is an everything seasoning bread from Walmart. I think I got the whole loaf for $1. So what I'll do is I'll cut it right down the middle and then kind of cube it up. And then I'll take some extra virgin olive oil and drizzle it over my cubed bread. This will add a nice little olivey flavor to it, especially since it'll soak into the bread a bit, and then toast it up. And then I just take garlic salt and I kind of lightly sprinkle it over the top. The garlic and the olive oil really make a great mixture. Now I checked the spinach artichoke dip at about 40 minutes and it looked perfect. It's all golden brown on top, you know, it's got those crispy edges to it. So that's good enough. Now I've had other ovens where it's taken an hour to get like that, but that looks perfect. And then we'll just take our bread and toast it up. Same 350 heat. I just popped it in for about 10 to 15 minutes and let it toast a little bit. And there we have it. We've got our toasted toast, which is the delivery system for that amazing spinach artichoke dip.